So a few years ago, my husband told me about this concept called Worldschooling. I've heard of homeschooling before, but I've never heard of what Worldschooling is. Have you guys?
Nope.
Yes.
Anyone? Anyone? Good job.
Yes.
Okay, one person. So at the time, I was like, what is that? I was very curious. And then, as the name implies, Worldschooling is an educational movement that centers around, that actually believes that there's no better education than interacting with the world around us. That is the best education we could have for children. And I agree, it reminded me of this Chinese proverbs that it's better to travel for 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles, than to read 10,000 books. So I thought I have to have my kids do this, and I'm gonna wait till I have all these plans in my head. I'm gonna wait till they're much older so they will remember it. And I'm gonna maybe save a lot of money for this. It's gonna cost so much money, and then COVID hit. And I'm seeing all these deals, and I'm like, oh man, like maybe I can do it now. And I was like, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till they're older. But I just got so fed up to be at home, so I just thought, let's just do it now. We're gonna do a trial run for 9 months. And we sold our car, we rented our house, and put everything in storage and just started traveling. So I'm here to share with you my lessons learned during this trial run. So Worldschooling, it's again, an educational movement that is centered around self-discovery and empathy and a sense of responsibility. This whole 9 months, we grew a lot as a family, and my kids learned so much that they couldn't have learned if I was just homeschooling them at home during COVID. They learned how to use the Google Map to navigate. They learn how to pack their stuff because otherwise they would lose their most important items, such as their Hot Wheels cars that they lost, maybe around 20 of them already. They also learned about the Mayan from Mexico, like where they came from. They went to different museums and they dissected a fish in Tampa just because we went to those museums. And then for us, we also learned that maybe one focus hour of learning sometimes is already better than a full day of school sometimes. So those are some of the things that we learned as a family. But of course, there are also challenges. The biggest challenge that we faced was actually a sense of community. As you can, as fun as it was for us to travel as a family, it gets a little bit lonely. You know, just see my kids and my husband sometimes just like want to see somebody else, right? And I'm sure that's why a lot of us are here at TGIF, because we want to have a community and do things that we love on our own that maybe our families don't like to do. So if you go online, there's actually a lot of traveling family community. So you can just go on Facebook and you can type Worldschoolers and you can find these Facebook groups. So because we want to solve this problem for our kids as well, my husband actually joined a group and started co-hosting events called Worldschool Pop-Ups. Well, my oldest son actually met one of his best friends through one of these pop-ups in Merida, Mexico. And then it's very interesting because then she's gonna come visit us in Tampa for in Taipei, similar name, for another pop-up. And so a lot of the time we would just meet new friends, and if God willing, we'll see them again in a whole new other country. But I'm sure there's still a lot of questions in your head, like, how much did it cost? Like, is this gonna cost a lot of money? So we track our spending in Excel, and it turned out that if we were to stay in Miami that 9 months, we would have probably spent more. And then the other thing that you probably are thinking is, do I have to sell everything? Do I have to sell my car in order to do this? By doing these events, we realized that there's a range of different types of world schoolers. So you could be just taking long vacations and participate in different world schooling events, all the way to we've met people that they've traveled all their lives. Their parents travel, and now they have kids, and their kids do not know what it's like to not travel. And they are like teenagers, can you believe that? So in this whole experience, I thought that, it's never too early to do what you want. It's never too early to travel with your kids. Yes, they might not remember it, but you will. Thank you, Toastmasters.